feel, not as a preacher, not as a leader, but as a reflection of us all. And George, do you think Sammy Davis ate Junior Mints? Okay, so probably. Okay. My grandson was visiting one day when he asked, "Grandma, do you know how you and God are alike?" I mentally polished my halo and said, "No, how are we alike? You're both old." Ouch. A little girl was diligently pounding away on her grandfather's word processor. She told him she was writing a story. "What's it about?" he asked. "I don't know," she replied. "I can't read." Sunday school teacher asked her class why Joseph and Mary took Jesus with them to Jerusalem. A small child replied, "They couldn't get a babysitter." Sunday school teacher was discussing the Ten Commandments with her 5 and 6-year-olds. 5 and 6-year-olds, okay. After explaining the commandment to honor thy father and thy mother, she asked if there's a commandment that teaches us how to treat our brothers and sisters. Without missing a beat, one little boy answered, "Thou shalt not kill." Probably true. Who says chivalry is dead? Okay, let's see. And I apologize to any parents that may have middle-aged children. They may have to explain something. Hopefully not. So, but this isn't bad. On a transatlantic flight, a plane passes through a severe storm. The turbulence is awful, and things go from bad to worse when a wing is struck by lightning. One woman in particular loses it. Screaming, she stands up in front of the plane. "I'm too young to die," she wails. Then she yells, "Well, if I'm going to die, I want my last minutes on earth to be memorable. Is there anyone on this plane who can make me feel like a woman?" For a moment, there's silence. Just like there is in here. First time you do. Now that I got everybody's attention. Everyone has forgotten their own peril. They're all staring, riveted at the desperate woman in front of the plane. Then a cowboy from Montana stands up in the rear of the plane. He's handsome, tall, well-built, dark brown hair, hazel eyes. He starts to walk slowly up the aisle, unbuttoning his shirt, one button at a time. No one moves. He removes his shirt. She gasps. He whispers, "Iron this and then get me a beer." But it's still, yes, it was predictable, but it's still fun. Announcements? Oh, okay. Okay. So are we on YouTube now? Hi, YouTube. We're late. Cool. Thank you, Jackie.
Welcome.
There we go.
Okay, so we've got a wonderful new calendar. If you haven't got one, pick one up on your way out this morning. Josie did a beautiful job. As she always does. Thank you so much. On the 2nd of July, we've got ARE meeting here. If you don't know who ARE is, talk to Josie about that. Actually, Edgar Casey, his books were the first things that got me interested in studying about divine source and anything that had to do with psychic information. 4th of July on Saturday. On Sunday, we're going to have Healing Sunday and a potluck. So sign up for a dish to share.
We'll send that around for you guys.
Yep.
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Yep.
There is no barbecue.
No, it's just potluck, yeah. No, too hot barbecue.
Yeah. On Tuesday the 7th, we are going to have intuitive development with Janice. The cost for that is $10. Interchange will start back up on the 8th with Sandra and William. On the 11th will be the second Dream Quest, I believe. And the class is full, but there will be a fall class. On the 12th, we've got Oneness Blessing. Josie is going to give us our message. And then from 1 to 5, we have drum making. Do you have a sign-up sheet for
I
that?
don't have a sign-up sheet. I went to find the footboard and find it. So,
You can say a word.
Say a word.
One word.
oh, okay, I'm not gonna be here next weekend, so it's, if you want to make a drum the following Sunday from 1 to 5, I would love to have you there. It'll be $80. You'll leave with a 15-inch drum with a drumstick. I also give you some drum beats and how to take care of your drum and that kind of thing. So I need a firm number, is because I have to prepare like 2-3 days ahead of time. So I have to soak the skins and soak the lacing and that kind of stuff. So if you want to make a drum, please, 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 I will see if I can get a sign-up sheet.
We'll make sure one gets around for
And
you.
then one gets passed around next week also, okay?
Awesome.
Thanks.
Daryl does this through the graces of his heart and his love for the heritage. He buys all the material. The money literally just pays for the material.
Yeah,
And if you sign up, show up.
yeah, out of courtesy.
Did you get, is that a drum making?
No, I didn't get one. Ah, there you go,
Yes,
thank you.
Asking you shall receive.
There we go.
Um,
Making.
Interchange on the 15th, intuitive development on the 16th. So we're gonna do that twice a month now, Janice.
If there's sufficient interest, you will. So
All
we'll give it
right.
a shot. We'll see how we do.
On the 18th, I'm going to offer another make and take essential oil rollerball class. I have a few more new recipes. One of them is called a motivation blend, which sounds kind of interesting. Yeah. And the class cost is $20, and you take what you make. Then we're going to have drum circle on the 21st.
You can bring your new drums.
Yeah, have fun.
They'll be dry by then.
Interchange again. On the 26th, we're going to have our wonderful Christopher speaking to us. And interchange on the 29th, and ARE does meet every Thursday, so that is from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m.
Tell about the new classes, Lynn. You got the astrology class coming up and emotion.
Well,
More
yeah.
information coming up.
Yeah, we'll have more information coming, but there will be an astrology class, so if you're interested in learning how to do charts and read the stars and stuff, we'll have more information coming on that one.
And the emotion code.
Oh, yes, and Crystal is going to start having her emotion code workshops and classes here at the church, and there will be more information on that also.
And then real quick, some of you had shown interest in the aura imaging again. I need to get at least 14 confirmed people in order to do another full day. I haven't picked the date yet until I can actually get that count, but I'm going to send around a sign-up sheet so that I can at least know who's still interested. And on that, there's a couple of pictures, couple of images that we've done just to show you kind of what you get. The second one, well, we can talk about it when you're interested. I can let you know what's available, okay? So I'm going to send another one around. The cost is $40, and you get a half an hour with me, which is actually quite a lot of time. I go over a lot of information in that half an hour, and then you get a picture. The picture that's on the top is what you take with you. So a lot of people have been giving me good positive feedback, so I'll pass that around. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? I actually remember what song I queued up.
All right.
It's a miracle.
It is our unofficial theme song. There is a dream, Deneen. It's always been our official, unofficial theme song. We try to do it every 3-4 months.
Yeah.
There is a dream in my heart, a vision I do see. It is you soaring higher. It is me. We are free. Hearts open wide. It is time to decide to live in the light, in love to abide. Sing your song to Great Spirit, the song living in your heart. Don't be afraid to hear it. This feeling is where it starts. Hearts open wide. It is time to decide to live in the light, in love to abide. The healing power of love, sparkling light of the soul, make us stand for the future of this earth we walk upon, sharing love, sharing power, understanding we all are one. Hearts open wide. It is time to decide to live in the light, in love to abide. There is a dream in my heart, a vision I do see. It is you soaring higher. It is me. We are free.
Everyone, Cindy's here. No pressure. Hi again. I feel like I've just been kind of deja vu, like I was just here. I say guest speaker. We have a guest speaker. You know, that would insinuate that he's not a part of us. And that is just not true at all. So I don't think I'm going to say that anymore.
Special speaker.
Special speaker. I still got, that might even need to be better than that, but head honcho, you know. Exalted. Oh, exalted. Actually, you don't want to do that. I think, and I'm telling the story and I might not be doing it correctly, I think you kind of sort of almost left the order because they exalted you.
Yeah, that was an interesting time.
Okay, so it's okay for us to call you Exalted One or something now? You're okay with
You know,
that?
I like Christopher.
Okay, fine, Christian, get your butt up here.
Thank you, Phil.
Exalted.
Janice, you married him. That's all I'm going to say on that subject. Wow. Yeah, hallelujah. Well, namaste. It's always wonderful to be here and to share my energy and your energy and the Word of God, actually. And have a wonderful, beautiful day. And a lot has happened to me. And so the first thing I'd like to do, because everything really starts with prayer. That's a book I've been reading recently from Mother Teresa, and it's called Everything Starts with Prayer. I would like all of the prayer warriors that are in the room right now to stand up, please. And namaste to all of you. Thank you very much. You have truly made a difference in my health. Now let me explain to everyone what has happened. The last CAT scan I had, there was some shrinkage of the tumors on my liver. I truly believe, you may sit down. I've done a couple of weddings where people stand up and then go, sit down now. But I truly believe it was the prayers that I have received that has made a difference in my health. I know that to be true. And when people see me, they say, well, you look great. I said, yeah, it's because of a lot of prayers that have come my way. And I get two reactions. One is, wow, they really understand it, they get it, they understand what prayer is about. And the other is, oh, really? Yeah, really. Prayer works. It makes a difference. And so I want to talk a little bit about that today, because we can pray in all kinds of different ways. You know, you can kneel and pray. You can be walking and praying. You can be driving in your car and praying. I remember reading a story once of a lady that had was driving on a freeway, someplace in California, I believe, and there was this really bad accident. And so traffic had stopped. And she was praying, and I do this too. My mother passed away in a car accident, so every time I see an accident, I always pray. But she was praying that no one was hurt. And the woman that was in the car that was in the accident, the car was crushed. She had left her body. She was looking on the scene, and we hear that a lot with out-of-body experiences. And she said she noticed that this energy, this light, was coming up from a vehicle further down in the stopped traffic. And it went up into the heavens, and it was coming back down into her car, into her. So she looked, and she saw the license plate. And later, when she recovered in the hospital, she looked up that woman, she went and knocked on her door, brought her flowers, and thanked her for the prayers that she had said when she was in the accident. Prayer is powerful stuff. It is powerful stuff. Matter of fact, in Mother Teresa's book, there's a little story I wanted to share with you this morning that really talks about how powerful prayer really is. And she says, one day in Calcutta, a man came with a prescription and said, my only child is dying, and this medicine cannot be brought outside of India. Just at that time, while we were talking, a man came with a basket of medicine. Right on top of the basket was this medicine. If I had been inside, I would have not have seen it. If he had come before, or if he had come afterwards, I would not have seen it. But just at that time, out of the millions and millions of children in the world, God in his tenderness was concerned with this one little child in the slums of Calcutta, enough to send just at the right time the amount of medicine to save that child's life. I praise the tenderness and the love of God, because even the little ones in the poor families and the rich families is a child of God, created by the Creator of all things. Prayer is very, very powerful. So one of the things that I have come across when I've talked to other people about prayer is sometimes people say, I'm not sure how to pray. There is no correct or wrong way to pray. You just pray. You don't have to be quiet. You can be driving your car and praying. You could be sitting here right now listening to me and praying at the same time. You don't have to be still. You don't have to have, incense burning, though that's nice. I like that. But you can do it anywhere, in any fashion that suits you. Okay? You're the unique individual that's doing prayer. You don't have to follow someone else's instructions to do it and to do it properly and effectively. All you have to do is do it from your heart. If you pray from the depth of your heart, it's powerful and it will work. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It will work. I won't be surprised if I end up being cured. Well, whatever. We're all terminal. None of us are getting out of this thing alive. So it really doesn't matter to me which train I get on, as long as I get on a train. Because I know where it's going. But I really wanted to emphasize the fact that how important and how beautiful prayer truly, truly is. And you don't have to pray every day, but you can. You don't have to pray for hours on end, but you can. You can pray for a couple of seconds. The Lord's Prayer is always a good one to do. And it doesn't matter what words you use, as long as you sincerely feel it truly in your heart. It will have effect, cause and effect. It really does make a difference. And the prayer warriors in this church have not only prayed for me, but they have prayed for everyone in this body of collected, beautiful souls that's going through any kind of difficulties or trouble or upheaval. Because I see the emails come all the time. And I see a lot of that. Prayer is really, really, really important. So if you haven't been praying, pray. I'm watching you. No, I'm not. He is. She is. It is. Whatever you want to call it. There's only really one creator. And it's through that wonderfulness and that love that we have our being. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That's just the reality of it. So praying is a wonderful thing. One of the things Mother Teresa said in her book, she's a great person to read about. She said prayer is like the wire between a power source and a light bulb. Okay? When you pray, it's like that wire connecting to the source, to the object that you're praying for. It's that connection, makes a connection. I know when I do Mass, there's an angel of presence that comes down and sits above the altar right here on the right-hand side. I'm aware of that. I know when I'm doing Mass that that's going on and that energy is going out. And the edifices of energy are being built. And it doesn't have to be Mass. It just needs to be a gathering of people like we are right now. There's energy edifices that are being built in here as we talk and as we pray and as we commune together. And when we are done, when we're done with this service, it's like somebody's talking. When we're done with this service, that energy expands out into the community. When we circle up at the end of service and we exchange energy and we get it moving around, and Janice or whoever's leading it will say, if there's someone that you can think of that needs energy today, that's prayer. Okay? That energy is going to that person. I always put a few people's names in. I don't always say them out loud. I think them maybe in my head. But I know that I can tap into that energy and send it off to them, whoever needs it. And it makes a difference in their lives. Makes a difference. Huge difference. And then at the end she said, you can put it in the community or you can take some yourself. I do a little both. I'll take a few cookies. I like that. Makes me feel good. So I'm really ecstatic on how my health has been. My cousin is here. Remember, sometimes I will say, let's say hi to Paul. He's the one that's in Connecticut. He's here right now. He's here in Tri-Cities. Got in last night very late, him and his daughter. She's 15, beautiful little girl. She's not little, she's just a beautiful young lady. And it's really wonderful. When he got off the plane, he looked at me and he goes, I can't believe you look so good. He said, you don't look like you're sick. I said, I don't feel like I'm sick. So we had this really wonderful exchange. I haven't seen him in probably 15 years. So they're here for 10 days. I'm loving it, and it's going to be really good. But he kept going back to the fact that I did not look sick. And he was so happy. That's the reason why he came out. He wanted to make sure that we had some time together before anything might happen. He's always been a worrier. I don't worry. But he worries. And he's here and he says, I'm not worried now. He's not worried. And that's amazing because I grew up with this kid. And we're like brothers even though we're cousins. And he worries about everything. And for him to say he's not worried is probably a miracle, actually. But yeah, it's amazing what people are saying when they look at me. They say, you don't look sick, you don't feel sick. And yet, I know, just last year, I spent about 30 days off and on in the hospital. I had a pick in my arm and I had to carry a bag with sugar solution so that my blood sugar would stay stable, so I could stay out of the hospital. I was going through a lot of physical stuff. I was always smiling, you know. But I still was going through a lot of stuff. My blood sugar seems normal. I've got some shrinkage with the cancer. It's got to be prayer. Can't be anything else. Can't be anything else. So, truly, from the bottom of my heart, for everyone that has prayed for me and for anyone else, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and don't stop. Don't stop. Prayer will really change this planet. It can truly do that. I know I'm not alone up here. I got some friends behind me for sure. I never come here alone. And I'm never alone. I always have friends with me. But it's interesting for me to come and speak to you because I really don't prepare much. Just kind of show up. But whatever needs to get said generally gets said. I have found that to be true over the years, so I just trust it now. I trust it to be so. So prayer is my message this morning. It's a wonderful thing to do. And it doesn't matter what you believe or how you pray. I think Mother Teresa, and this is a wonderful little book, it's called Everything Begins with Prayer. She was talking to a person in Calcutta, I think it was, and she said, you pray the way you do, and I'll pray the way I pray, and together we will make something beautiful for God. So it doesn't matter what you believe, but it matters how you feel and how you treat your fellow beings. That's where it counts. Not the hat you hang on the religion that you believe or the way that you want to think. It's what's in your heart and how you feel about other people. So pray the way that you wish, and I'll pray the way that I wish. Together, we'll make something beautiful for God. Jen.
Thank you, Christopher. Wonderful, thanks.
How's your cousin doing in the heat?